Hi YouTube, this is Blade Bear coming up to week 4 of my vlog. Sorry. Okay, so in the way our doctor works, it's 2 weeks of liquids, 2 weeks of mushies, and 2 weeks of casseroles type foods. This week's been tough. Actually, it's probably one of the hardest weeks I've had. I hit the mushy phase. The second week of the mushy phase, and I think I've been eating a bit wrong by that. Basically I was having like mashed potatoes and just the general kind of mush food with a bit of fish all mixed in and that type of stuff, but kind of earlier in the week I was starting to gain weight. The other thing is my portion size has crept up and I'm kind of still up there. I'm trying to get them back down again. So still no fill. I've got another week before I get my first fill, so kind of at that phase where I think it's banded hell time or whatever, where I get hungry, want to eat, but I've got to control myself. But all in all, I've lost I think about another 1.5 kilos, so I'm down to 135.5, so it's amazing. I'm like 10 kilos lighter, so I'm just jumping. It's incredible. But yeah, I've got to say it's been a tough week. So later in the week I started to realise that I probably wasn't eating protein enough and too much carbs and all that type of stuff, so after watching more videos and seeing what people ate, so I got on top of it and it seems to work. Exercise was a bit on and off last week. We had a fairly big week, a few sagas with at home, and so basically got about only 3-4 days out of, I normally try for 5, but I go for 4 days. But this week's starting well, so I got my exercise done early in the morning, and yeah, so it's pretty routine at the moment. Looking forward to trying the next phase. As I said, can't wait for the fill, which is next week. Not too much else is happening. Bodies are still mending, scars are still healing, clothes are becoming looser, which is a good sign. But all in all, it's going well. It's funny, I say they get hungry and stuff, but I kind of haven't got ravenous yet. I think, looking at the way it works at the moment, it's definitely working, because if I'd eaten, like I say now, I'll eat a bowl of food, for example, and I know that I'm full, I'm definitely full, I feel it. Whereas if I'd had that before the operation, I'd be ripping that pantry apart. I'd be having... I'd be after a bowl of food plus whatever else I could find. But there is a little bit of self-control. Sometimes I'll have the bowl of food and want more, but I've got to kind of hold back and say no. And pretty quickly I kind of like get full, so like 10 or 15 minutes later I've just got to hold off, and then I'm usually okay. The one thing I am struggling with is the drinking. I forget to drink the 20 minutes, half an hour before the drink, so by the time I'm having dinner, I think I've always done drinks with dinner, like coffees or teas or stuff like that, so it's kind of a bit of a mind shift. I've got to force myself that no, you can't have that drink, that type of stuff, or it's not going to work. A couple of times I've slipped, I'm not going to lie, that I've had a drink or so, and and I think that's what's paid for, like me being hungry again. But all in all, I can understand now this, as everything's mended and healing, it's kind of like now it's willpower more than... I can't say that fully, because as I said, I get away with a bowl of food, whereas in the past I wouldn't. But yeah, not too much. My exercise, if anyone has any better suggestions, I'm pretty much on the treadmill. I do about 5.2 k's an hour, and I do it for 1 hour. Chug along in the morning. I do it when I get up and get in there. Lots of water, which I've drawn back, getting the vitamins and the fish oils and all that type of stuff in. Actually, it's going to be curious to see when I get the feel whether I can still take these fish oil tablets. They're like huge. I actually tried the liquid fish oil, and don't even go there. Not a good thing if anyone's interested in that side of things. But anyway, as I said, it's a bit of a quiet week. As far as sharing yourself with my life, there's nothing major. Work at the moment. We're in a bit of a routine phase at the moment. And yeah, what else has happened? Not much. Our little head's appeared in the background, and that's our daughter. That's Emma. There she is in the background, saying, "Yeah, I know it's your turn soon." But yeah, so she's she's a little model that wants to be in everything. But anyway, my sagas last week to share with everyone was that she had her tooth out and we had to take her in to get her tooth out, which was quite a big deal. She had to actually go in for an anaesthetic and all the rest of it. But we had the tooth fairy, so it was a big adventure. But anyway, for the rest of the YouTubers out there and people, look, the guys that are watching, that have watched, major thank you. Like, you know, as I said, really it's for us as a memory, like as a way to motivate myself, and it does. I actually look back the other day and it's like, you know, pull your head in, you know, a few times there when I was gaining a bit of weight. But yeah, I mean, again, I'm kind of yabbering, not much, but I'll share more later, and I'll probably share more about me and who I am and all that type of stuff. But thank you guys, and I'll sign off, and I'm sure Emma will wave. Wave, Emma! Thank you, YouTube. See ya.